Hey everybody, Glenn here. I got my Landroid going today. Haven't used it in a while here, almost 2 summers, because I had too many ruts and divots in my yard. So I had to kind of let some of it grow back in. And finally got it going. It looked good to try it again this year, because I wouldn't spend a lot of money and bought a John Deere D140 rider mower. I don't really need it for this small of a yard. You know, it was working okay. It was doing what it needs to do, but now this is where it's really at. This is the newest, latest technology. You know, any of the people that's checked out my videos before on this or other ones, you'll find that these things are big in Europe. You know, robotic mowers are everywhere. There's all different types of brands. Even, remember the old Flymows? Even Flymo makes a robotic mower. But don't worry, it doesn't hover across the ground. It's just... Okay. For some reason my video live popped. So remember the old Flymows? Well, the Flymows. Yeah, this really give me a time. Sorry guys. Live stuff. I usually just do an actual video and then just upload it. Let's see if it keeps going. So yeah, remember the old Flymows? Well, they make a robotic mower. And no, it doesn't hover across the ground like the old Flymows, like the ones that you can buy that you do by hand, that hover across the ground from the blades. So these things are big over in Europe, just not big enough here yet. They're starting to catch on. You know, a lot of people have bought in the Worx Landroid and they love it. I love mine. I'm just waiting for a new Wi-Fi version to come out. And they've got a new one that's out that's called the Landroid S, which also does, along the boundary wire, it does on the outside of it. So it's got a wider mowing deck, so you shouldn't have to worry about going out and using a weed whacker or a hand mower to do where the Landroid can't get to. This will get to those areas on the outside of the boundary wire. But it's not available here yet. I don't know where it's available. I've seen a couple of videos on it. It looks pretty good, so it is available over in Europe. Yeah, and this thing's a champ. I love this. My Droidy's like the best. Everybody's got a name for it. My wife kind of gave it name Droidy, so that's what we stick with is Droidy. And I'm going to get some stick-on eyeballs, put a couple eyeballs in the front of it, because I saw one on YouTube that had that. A woman over in, I don't know, I think it was Germany, and she had 2 nice big eyeballs in the front, so I'm going to do that, I think. And I'm going to build a box to put over this thing in the winter. I'm going to leave it out where I have it under my deck, and that way I don't have to mess with that, you know, it can stay out. Because they tell you, if you read the instructions to this, it'll tell you right out to leave it out in your shed, out in the cold, to let it hibernate for the winter. So that's what I'll do, is I'll just shut it down and leave it on its charging base with a cover over it. I'm gonna make a nice wooden cover. Either that, I'm looking. Somebody else, I saw a YouTube video of a guy, sounded like he was from down south. He bought a small dog house and cut it out for the Landroid to go in and out of. Might decide to do that, I don't know yet. I'll say, I haven't decided what I'm... That kind of changed my tune on things, so I might just decide to see what I can do about doing something like that. I got a couple more areas that I still have a little bit of an issue with Droidy starting to get stuck because of a divot. There's no grass. That's what its problem is, so I need to work on that. And I need to figure out, with the way my yard is, how to set up a zone. Because I want to set the Landroid to do probably 75%, well, probably 75%. I want it to mow the backyard and then like 25% to do the front. Because if you look at the instructions to this thing, they tell you that you need to dedicate 100%, has to be dedicated to the zone area. It can't be any less than 100, any more than 100. It has to be 100. So if I choose 75 for back here, 25 can go out front. So yeah, I really missed using this thing, and my Droidy is like the best. I bought it in 2015 and from Amazon, and right now it seems like if you want one of these, that's the only place you can get it right now. Every time you go to Worx's website, it's out of stock. They just can't keep these things in stock. I know it's not the Wi-Fi version, and I like to have it. When it comes out, I'm going to get the Wi-Fi version. And I'll keep this one, because I can set up another area maybe that I could use this. So, yep. Because I've got a hill over here that I'm going to plan on putting grass on. And when I do, I may just set this one up with the old charging base and set some wire down and give it a place to mow up there, and then I'll have two of them running. But yeah, this thing's, I just, I'm standing here, it's, not a bad day. It's nice cool breeze, humidity's coming back, and guess what? My droidy can do what it loves to do best, and that's mow. I don't have to come out and do it. It does it for me. Now I'll show you where I put my base. And it's in a narrow path right here. And actually this Landroid can go in an even narrower path than this. This is actually pretty wide for what they say it can do. So right underneath here in the shade, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's my base right there, and I'm going to do a little bit of work under here. I was half tempted to have it, let it go right around underneath here because I get some weeds that come up under there. And I was tempted to just go right around the back there with the wire and let it take care of that. I still might, I don't know yet. But I've got it now so that it does. Where'd he go? He disappeared on me. Okay, must have went around the corner. I've got it now going behind my shed, which I didn't before because it wasn't grass back here. Oh yeah, he's over here. So he's finding his way out this way. And this is great because this is what I wanted to see if it was going to be able to do. So I put the boundary wire, around my shed. And what I did was, right over here, you won't be able to see it, but right here, in this spot, if you don't know anything about these Landroids, if you take the wire and splice it and run two wires in, and then go one way that way, one way the other way. Well, actually, you go this way with the wire all the way around what you're going to have it come around and then come back. Now the Landroid can mow up against the shed like it's doing now. I just lay the wire right up as close as I could to the shed because it's how the Landroid is designed to do. Like if you have like a tree or an obstacle in the other, you want the Landroid to go around. So you run the two wires together, side by side, after you cut the wire, and you go around it and then come back and hook your wire back up. Stake the two wires right next to each other, so that way when the Landroid gets to that spot, if it's trying to follow the boundary wire to get back to the charging base, it can actually cross over those two, or if it's out mowing, it'll cross over those two wires and it won't take it as a boundary. Only the single wire is where it's boundary. If it's dual wire side by side, it allows the Landroid to pass over it and get to the, right over it and keep going. Or if it's trying to get back to the charging base, it'll take that as one continuous wire as though there's no break there. So it goes right by where you teed it off to do the split, to go around the, whatever it is you're trying to go around. So it's working what I wanted to do. It's, able to mow it up close to my shed. I'll probably have to take my weed whacker and just go right along the very edge of the shed because the Landroid can't get up that close. But this will be my second season mowing? Yeah, right? Yeah, I got 2015. Yeah, no, this will be my third because I did use it in 2016. And it's funny because my mother saw it and she knew about it and she goes, "That don't look like it's mowing at all. I don't see where it's cutting the grass." Well, if you haven't looked at the videos on this thing, let me explain it to you. This does not, depending on how you set it up. I've got it set up to come out every day. I think it's around 2 o'clock to mow from 2 to 4. So if you do it every day, it cuts very, very fine clippings off. So small that it's just going to drop to the ground. So you're not going to notice it mowing because it's taken off so fine of a cut. If I wanted to do it once a week, my yard right now is overgrown some because I mowed it last week with my John Deere. And so it's got a little bit of tall grass to mow right now. So this will affect the battery life. So I generally have it come out every day. So that's what it's going to do. I'm dealing with pollen right now. So Droidy, I gave it a bath the other day. I washed it all down. I gave it a coat of wax to clean it up and make all the black and all that look good. And it looked really nice. I get it out here and yeah, now we got pollen coming down. So Droidy's kind of dirty right now. But once I'm sure that this thing's going to have no more issues, once I get it set to the way I want it, I'm going to start having it mow at night at like midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, I'll let it come out and mow. When it's dark out and you won't even hear it, nobody will see it. People wonder how my yard's staying nice and trim when they don't see me out here mowing. So, $999.99 on Amazon. Same price as you get it from Worx. And as far as I can tell, Amazon's not sold out. It shows that it is in stock. So if you're looking to get one of these and you don't want to wait to get the Wi-Fi version, because God knows when they'll release it to here, they make one just like this. It looks identical to this, but it's got Wi-Fi built in. I just wanted this thing so bad, and I didn't know Wi-Fi was coming. So, like I said, I'll get a Wi-Fi. When that new Landroid S comes out, that can mow on the other side of the boundary wire, because it's got a wider mowing deck, and it'll take that wider path to do that, then that's the one I'm going to end up getting. And instead of it driving into the base like this one does, it's got a base that it drives up alongside and stops, charges, and then takes off. So you can just literally set it anywhere along the boundary wire on a straight shot, so it's not going to have to back in or back out. So that'll eliminate any issues of it, you know, coming out of the charging base and getting stuck. Because it's done that from time to time, and it's not bad. So yeah, this is where it's going to mow. This is over here on the side of my camper between my yard and my neighbor's yard. And, you know, it's got some pretty tall stuff. And you really can't tell that it's mowing it, but by the end of the week, if it's out here mowing every day, I should be all set. And I'll have a nice manicured lawn, and it'll keep it that way. And amazing, when I turned this thing on for the first time, since the last time I used it, it still had like 2 bars left on the battery. So, yeah, it's pretty... No, excuse me, sorry about that. So yeah, it held a charge really well for that time. So I've got a John Deere D140 that I'm going to dump. I'm going to be selling that on the Amazon Marketplace. If you check Amazon Marketplace and look me up, you'll find it in the Marketplace. It's a brand new D140 that I bought last May. It's a year old. It's got a 3-year extended warranty from Home Depot on it. And I'm going to be getting rid of that because I don't need it. It's got the bagging kit. It's got the mulching kit. I put a seat cover over the seat to protect the seat. And John Deere Neckers knob on the steering wheel, so you can steer it really well, and it's decent. So here I am. I'm just out here, you know, making sure this thing's mowing okay for the first time this season. And yeah, let me just come over here and I'll open my shed doors up and I'll show you what I'll be selling. I've also got the canopy for this. So this, you're getting a, what did I pay for this? 25, see, probably about $2,800 altogether. And here's my John Deere D140 year-old. Just gonna give it a bath. It's 30. But this is what I'm gonna be selling. I got the John Deere canopy right here, the newest one. Paid $100 for that, $109 actually for that. Bagging kit's on the back. 48-inch mowing deck right there. D140. LED headlights. I put LED bulbs in it. It's got LED headlights, nice and bright. Yeah, I'm gonna let this go for probably like $1,500. So, you know, if you've seen this video and you're on Cape Cod and you're anywhere near the area and you're interested in it, let me know. It's gonna be on. I'll get it out, get some pictures of it. I'll get it all cleaned up, get it on the Marketplace, and hopefully get rid of it pretty quick. I'm gonna let it go for a steal. Like I said, it's got a 3-year extended warranty from Home Depot on it. And Home Depot's extended warranty, if they cannot fix it, they will replace it for free. You'll get a brand new one. This was delivered to me by my local John Deere dealership, which is Padula Brothers up in Rainham, Taunton. And they've taken care of it a couple of times. They had a couple of issues with it. Nothing major, just minor stuff. And that was it. Yeah, it's great. So, runs good. It did backfire me the other day, and I don't know what that was about. It made a lot of backfire. That was the first time, only time it's ever done it, so I don't know what that's all about. But, all right, well, there's my Landroid out there doing its thing, guys, and I just wanted to check in and let you know how good my droidy's going after getting it running again, and I'm very happy with it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here and I'll let Droidy do its mowing. All right, see ya.